All right, there's an old saying that goes, the Titanic was built by professionals. Noah's Ark was built by volunteers. The folks at Volunteer Center Orange County know more than most that giving time and effort to a cause is a great way to build communities and strengthen families. Joining us now with more about the Volunteer Center, we welcome Center President Dan McQuaid, as well as board member Heather Hurd. We're glad to have you both with us.
Great to be here.
Yeah, thanks for joining us. For folks who may not know, Heather, let's start with you. What is the Volunteer Center?
Well, the Volunteer Center is an organization which acts as a resource for other nonprofits throughout the county and uses its resources in order to strengthen those nonprofits that serve the people of Orange County.
So it's a bit of a middleman there. Folks can go and find places to volunteer, and places who need volunteer have their information there.
So we not only mobilize volunteers, but we also provide professional training, consulting, and business services for the nonprofit sector as well.
Okay, so you're an all-service.
One-stop shop.
One-stop shopping. You have the Spirit of Volunteerism Awards coming up. It's on tax day, so we thank you for that, for shedding a little light on what is normally a very dark day. What are these awards, and who gets them?
We're going to be having about 1,000 folks celebrating volunteerism here in Orange County on April 15th at the Disneyland Hotel. And we'll be having people that have nominated volunteers, whether they work, they're company volunteers or nonprofit volunteers or related to faith-based organizations or family members, all celebrating volunteerism here in Orange County. And they'll be receiving recognition for all their community service.
As you said, there'll be about 1,000 people there. It's a huge event.
Huge event.
I've been to it before. It's at, as you said, the Disneyland Hotel, Thursday, April the 15th. Can folks still get tickets to go to that?
Sure, they can contact the Volunteer Center at volunteercenter.org and arrange to participate in the event. We're going to be honoring this year Disneyland for their special contribution and commitment to family volunteering. And so it should be really exciting. I think they'll have to have some cast members and special guests show up at the event.
Of course.
You got an awfully good board and have had through the years, but I'm kind of curious, Heather, Rutan and Tucker, what does it mean to you and your involvement, and what does it mean to the company, and how are you using your skills? Well,
it's very important to Rutan that we as attorneys get involved in the community, and that is why our involvement with the Volunteer Center is so important. Over the past few years on the board, I've had the great pleasure to be able to act as somewhat of a conduit to allow our attorneys and our specialists to help the Volunteer Center with their legal needs on a day-to-day basis, things such as renegotiating their lease, rewriting some bylaws, navigating some employment issues. We do this, of course, on a pro bono basis so that the Volunteer Center can use their resources to help the community.
Yeah. I think maybe that's something people don't understand about volunteerism, is that it's not necessarily about going and feeding the homeless, although that's terrific and much needed. But like you say, over at Rutan, you guys have a huge law firm over there. You can certainly generate services from that, and that's what other companies need to look at.
Absolutely. We use our skills, we use the skills that we've been trained to do in our education in order to therefore give back to the community. So there certainly are other ways besides the very noble volunteering hands-on basis.
Right.
Dan, how are some of the ways you use your board and the Volunteer Center itself uses it to help other nonprofits?
Well, I think right now more than ever, volunteer board members are playing a major role in the nonprofit sector. Dealing with the economy and fewer resources, I think we have to do it more effectively and more efficiently, running our business, and being able to draw on board members who may have that experience provides us with the ability to do better business plans, do scenario planning, be able to make better decisions, and also be able to access people in the community. They act as ambassadors to secure resources for the organization. But I gotta say right now, the challenge is how can we be more effective and more efficient, and board members bring that to the table almost every day.
And before we let you go, we only got about a half a minute left. Family Volunteer Day, it's not coming up for a little while. It's just before Thanksgiving, but you want to get it in people's minds. What is it?
It's an opportunity for people to engage their children, and we know that families that volunteer with younger children and with their children create a lifelong pattern of community engagement and community contributions. And so we'd really like to encourage family volunteering as a way of making a difference for Orange County, a better place to live and work.
You can get more information about the Volunteer Center and all the services they offer at their website, which is volunteercenter.org, as well as the event that's coming up on April 15th at the Disneyland Hotel. Thank you both.
Thank you.